and figure it out. You know.
That's real, man. And so, what part? You know, I know I know some of the stuff, but just for the record, like, what part did you play in making some of the songs that we worked on?
I was pretty much the let's say lead vocalist. I don't know the songwriter. I don't know.
Lyricist,
The lyricist, yeah. I also had ideas for videos that we could do and how we could do it. I even wanted to apply the people around me. Like, I wanted them to also be in the video if they were actually there.
Oh,
as
cool.
the art was being created, I felt as though they should be like involved in the video, involved in every aspect of the art being created, because they were there.
Yeah.
They're actual elements of it to make it one whole thing. If they weren't there, I don't feel like it's complete, even though I'm still, this art that I'm doing is still for one girl. You know what I'm saying? They were there. It'd be funny to me to have them on the video or something like that.
Just everybody who was in the room sort of.
Yeah, it'd be genuine to me. You know, I like things to be like 100% honest. You know, if you're not being honest when you're putting your art out there, it's not art. It's just music. You know.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so I remember, because I didn't know, because when you came in, I knew you did some rapping and, like, you know, lyric, but then you also started singing, and I didn't really know that you had sort of a voice and, like, a lot of melody in your head as well. So
I smoke a lot of weed, so I don't have the voice that I used to have. You know, but you know, once it comes down, like, I'm pretty stoic. So once I put my emotion in there, like, who knows what a person is capable of if their heart's involved.
Yeah. That's quotable too. So let's see, like, so would you say, talk to me about what you might have got out of working on music here in the studio session, if anything, like something you picked up on, or like, you know, or what was the vibe like? I
got release, because I have a lot of creativity, a lot of talent, a lot of energy that I leave pent up within myself. You know what I'm saying? If I'm actually able to express that through my art, you know, I'm able to decompress a little bit and show people where I'm at, you know. And then, you know, if I get that down, it leaves room for me to create other art, you know.
So to empty yourself out a little bit, and then you can fill it back up with
pretty much, you know.
Yeah.
Break it down.
I dig it. Yeah, and you said you sort of keep your journal where you keep your ideas, but then sometimes just to get them out onto a record, you know, or through the mic, like.
Or I'll be on my skateboard just freestyling to myself. Either or, you know, it's all you gotta always be able to keep your energy flowing no matter what you're doing. Like, don't allow the energy to stagnate itself.
Right.
Or, you know, you'll become bored with whatever you're doing.
So having some type of different, whether it's just like you said, just rolling down the street, or you had a voice memo.
Yeah, you have to be well-rounded. You have to have variety. You know, if you can't do it one way, you have to do it another way. You know, if your comfort zone is no longer your comfort zone, you got to find a new one or step entirely out of a comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know, and just like make a sacrifice, just you know, real quick. And who knows what you may attain in the end. You know, it all takes a little bit of time. It takes maturity, really, you know, to be a rapper, you know, to be an artist, a singer, you know, anything like that where you have to put your inner self out on display. It takes a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah, that's real, man. That sounds really real. Yeah, but it's funny because I'm sure a lot of people think of, like, you know, music biz, or like, you know, like, oh, it's just all fun and games or some shit, or like people just, you know, just making some, like, you know, some dumb record. But it's like, no, it sounds like you're saying it requires a lot of, like, wisdom and sort of, like, and you said maturity to sort of really hold that space to be able to put yourself out.
I tell you the truth, man. The only reason I'm not with my girl right now is because I chose this life. You know, I chose the life of a starving artist, you know, a person who was like, who's gonna put himself through the ringer a little bit, you know, to actually understand what it's about, to truthfully, like, master their craft and be good at it and be well known for it and respected for it.
Yeah.
You know, I chose that over, you know, her heart. You know what I'm saying? So there's a rift between us, man, but I don't feel anything else for anyone else. So, like, every time I look on that piece of paper and I get to writing something, I realize what I'm sacrificing for now You know, and eventually I'm gonna sacrifice this music for her because I can't, I can't do this forever. Music, art won't last forever, but love will. You know, that will. Like, I'm cool with dying with love in my heart. I'm not cool with dying and I don't have, any love in my heart, but I got all these diamond records and I got all this money and stuff like that. It won't mean shit to me. Like, I'm gonna give it away, in my will. It's gonna be gone. It's not gonna mean nothing to me. But that's just me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to just like make love songs and they don't really know love like that. And they're just over here they're over here playing around. Like 2017 is a scary place to be because there is no love for real in the hearts of most people, especially my age. That's the last itinerary on their mind and stuff like that. And that's, for me, it's the first. It's like, if you don't have any love, like, what really are you capable of? You know what I'm saying? Physical feats are cool, but they'll never amount to what your heart, desires, what your spirit desires, Tangent.
That was a good tangent, though, yeah. But it's so interesting you're willing to, like you sort of said, sacrifice that being, that at least that physical closeness, being where your girl's at. But at the same time, that even though you're taking that sacrifice, that's really what you sounds like what's most important.
Yeah,
is that having that love.
I dreamt about it before I ever met her.
Yeah? Oh, man.
I'm like super serious, like it's like right hand up to God, like on my brother. Like, I dreamt about her, right when I was like truthfully coming into myself as an artist. I moved to Moore Park in Ventura County. And I just remember it was like early February 2009. This would be 3 years before I met her. And I had to dream about it. Like, we had a house together and I was walking up the street. I parked up the street and I was walking up the street to the house. And like, I put the key in the door and I opened the door and she was just standing right there, like as if she was waiting for me. And like, in my dream, I felt love right then and there. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a real sense of togetherness that felt like forever, I woke up and wrote down, maybe that was just a figment of my imagination. Then I ended up meeting her 3 years later. The very like spitting image of what was in my dream.
You remember that still, yeah, like that face.
Yeah, it was more than that. It was like a spiritual warmth. It was like a spiritual warmth. It felt like home to me. I didn't want to lose it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've retained it, and I've allowed it to, I've allowed her to go do her thing and stuff like that, and I'm out doing my thing. But it's like I won't feel whole without her. And I know it sounds like corny, but some people, like, they will never know that shit. You know what I'm saying? If I die, I'll die happy, right now, knowing that I at least felt it at one time. You know what I mean? But yet again, that's a tangent.
It's real though. That's good, man.
Yeah.
Well, look, we'll get real back to the Mike City, like sort of the groups in here. You mentioned having that positive, that a good thing that you're able to sort of just like get some of that creativity out that's been sitting in your notebook. What, if you don't mind me asking, like what types of challenges or frustrations did you experience also in the music studio here?
In the music studio here, just distractions. I can easily get distracted, and then like that'll take the flow of my energy, and it'll send it off the tracks, and then it'll go, somewhere in the woods somewhere. It won't be like, it won't be here, and I don't go backwards. So we probably just have to start over the next day.
Right. So keeping that focus can be tough, yeah.
Yeah, like.
And I feel you, because I know even as me I know at one point we were trying to I was trying to get the loops right and stuff, and it took me like an hour to figure it out, and then it was like everybody took off.
Yeah, it's like I'm still here, but it's just like, my mind not be. Like,
yeah. So maybe that's one reason that it's nice to maybe have it if there was like a dedicated music studio versus just like popping up the studio like in the corner of like a.
Yeah, if it was a dedicated studio, I'd be in it every day. Like, I'd live in it. I'd be there. Like, I wouldn't allow myself to not finish a task or a goal, because it's my job.
Yeah.
That's how I work. But
I dig that. Yeah. No, I think that's some good points. Anything you learned about yourself while working working on these sessions in here? Anything new come up for you? Obviously, you seem to have like a lot of self-knowledge, but.
I just know